5.
Oh, we rolling.
4.
We heckin' rolling.
6.
Why
We're
couldn't
still in
you
the ballpark.
go first, Sarah?
Can we make
No
a straight?
kidding.
Can we make a straight?
7.
Hey! All right.
8.
Ah,
Damn
That
it,
is
Jason.
3 is
okay,
also acceptable.
4 in a row is really solid.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain.
Hey, maybe when Punk gets here, she'll get a 3 or an 8.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll catch it on the river.
Well, there's an 8 in there. I tried. Guys.
The streak's broken already.
The streak is broken. But with that being said, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, welcome to another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. I am your humble, dumble master, the one and only pudding pastry. Oh God, almost choked on rice. We're fine. The farting tot. Rice wanted to fucking kill me. Jesus. Joined by my lovely cast and crew. We have the CGs, the Joe Mojos, the Wolfstalker 16s, the J-Frost 747s, and the Wicked River 97s.
I almost choked on a pork chop the other day.
Let's go. Punk is in game. You may notice if you are watching the stream and not listening, not being an audio listener. Punk is going to be here. Punk is just running late. She promised a couple people a thing, and she's currently doing said thing. So she's not here, but she will be here in a little bit. So, with that being said, I want one of you, for inspiration, to give us a recap of what happened last session while I find some music.
I'm forfeit to that because I had to bounce early.
You can still do it if you want.
Pulls up our DMs.
Let me bring up my notes, of which I took so many. Also, Joe, they're already out. I saw it, but I will take this. I will take this attempt at recap.
While you do this, I'm gonna eat.
Okay, so downtime continued for our cast. Most notably, however, was Ravon. In their trip to Mount Doomhorn, they encountered Hyas, a cleric / oracle, also serving underneath Atlas, and also a old friend of Ravon's father. Hyas lamented to Ravon, as well as receiving his frustrations with Atlas, and Hyas suggested that, well, when's the last time that you did anything for Atlas? Which encouraged Ravon to kind of take that into consideration. The man followed up with asking that his holy symbol, many years ago, was taken by the two giants Magni and Modi to the far north, and that doing so would, in fact, be aiding in Atlas's cause. With a renewed fervor, Ravon decided that he'd come back to Dragon's Reach and get in touch with everyone, potentially getting all of us to help aid in his quest. While that was going on, Sarah and Corey elected to head on out to previous ventures, to both Dry Hollow and eventually Dawnfell. During their travels, Corey elected to see Cassius again, as well as visit the Umberwood. Very important place for very early on. In fact, one of the earliest dates that she and Diana had gone on. And just spend some time talking with the tree. Sarah, for her part, decided to head on out and visit the graves of her family. wherein she encountered Ilya once more, who, as we encountered last time, was showing more signs of
Who?
child. What?
Who?
What'd I say?
You said Ilya.
Oh,
Which
Dragon
is-
off?
sorry.
Fuck,
Wait for
we're doomed.
Tuesday.
Sorry. Feel free to correct me, because now I just can't stop
Points
thinking
off.
of that name.
Points off.
Hey!
Listen. I got scared from him because I thought it was going to be Ilya Dragunov, and I was about to be very concerned for Ravon's chest. That fucker's intense.
But in any case, there was some catching up to be done, but for the most part, they took care of their business and headed back to Dragon's Reach. Flit, for her part, decided to spend some more time with Reno, who, after telling Reno about what Ravon did, expressed concern that, well, giving a part of themselves to something as literally shady as Archivar and the Nightmare King could have lasting consequences. But before this was elaborated on in detail, Ravon showed up with Corvin literally tied to his back, said that he had an idea, and abducted everyone. I believe that's everyone.
That is about it, CG. If you don't have inspiration already, go ahead and put it down on your sheet. Or if you do, feel free to pass it to someone.
Hooray! I do not have inspiration, so I will take it.
I believe this is like the 4th week in a row you've gotten inspiration, either from fucking doing recaps and rolling nat 20s on test rolls like a madman.
It's been almost exclusively nat 20s.
Like it was no joke, like 3 weeks in a row you rolled nat 20s. All right. Before we get into your regularly scheduled program, we're gonna rewind just a little bit because I was able to go over with Joe about Corvin's little new project. Corvin, you and I have discussed this a little bit, so go ahead and as you begin this process that we discussed, go ahead and make me an Arcana check. It will not be with advantage, as Reno was otherwise preoccupied with a date with Flit.
Nah, that's fine. Bit. 16.
16. Okay, I am marking that down. I also needed to mute a window because I realized that they were overlapping. Fucking whoops.
Oh, small say no.
I almost marked you down as Rovan. Whoops.
Yes, I am Ravon. How's it going? I am big.
Am Rovan Sionis Gabagoo!
Gotta go.
Niet. You do not use that. Not till Tuesday.
A tiefling just pops out of the ether.
So, Rovan, as you are currently kidnapping all your friends, as you are about to abscond with them, Theon kind of comes out and he stops you. And he goes, "Before you go, I need to actually borrow you, Corey, for a few moments." Corey goes, "Oh, okay. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit." And the two of them abscond. But the rest of the party is together. Remind me, did you guys go over and grab Diana? I believe you wish to, yes?
Yes, I think I
Yeah.
would like to.
Okay, I thought so, but I wanted to confirm. So, Rovan, my next question is, where are you taking your friends minus Corey?
Well, there's only one place he would take them all to in order to talk about some stuff.
The Cheese Vault.
As tempted as I am. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm taking them to the cheese vault. I want to have a snack.
For
I
the
wanna have a
record,
snack while I explain.
The cheese vault, as Rovan is referring to, is literally just the castle's pantry. But none of you have attempted to argue with him on it yet. You're letting his dreams be dreams. So, you all have apparently gathered in the pantry to the expense of the kitchen workforce. As you guys are kind of now all filed in there, a lone pantry worker or a lone kitchen worker is like trying to like make their way between your group, like, excuse me, pardon, excuse me, as they just kind of get around you guys to go after some like various fruits and veggies to make a dish. What dish you don't know, but they're making a dish. But with that, you all have assembled in the pantry, the most secluded, fortified location for you to have intense secret conversations. So please, the floor is yours.
Okay, so listen. Oh, jeez. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, so listen. I have great idea slash not journey, yes, no, quest? Quest! Yes, I have great quest for all of us.
Sarah just leaning against the shelves of the pantry, like, oh boy, here we go again.
Is there a reason we had to gather in the pantry for it?
I mean, no, but I was feeling very hungry.
Can we talk about this outside the pantry then?
Yes, in a place more, I don't know, less claustrophobic.
And also out of the workers' way.
Oh,
I assume they've been dealing with Ravan shenanigans since they've met.
I wanted cheese.
Then bring it with you.
You're right. He immediately grabs a couple wheels.
I get at least a quarter of one of those.
How many wheels of cheese does Rovan actually have in his bag?
I am big man. I can carry lots of cheese.
Enough.
Big man, big cheese.
That actually does beg a question though. Hold on. How much does a wheel of cheese weigh?
All depends on the cheese.
It would honestly be more about it being cumbersome than weight.
Yeah. I'm taking this into account. So you guys decide to leave the pantry, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you guys go to actually have this conversation?
Probably outside the pantry into, like, I don't know, the dining room.
We could go into the garden or something.
I mean, yeah, nature too.
The garden is where Rovan grabbed the last two of you goons.
Which makes it all the funnier.
True.
Alright, so you guys go back to the garden.
Rovan had to get his cheese, though. It was
Yeah.
important first.
Of course! You can't explain something without having a snack nearby.
Uh-huh.
And we wonder why Tart traumatizes us. This is why.
I'm taking notes.
I'm just saying, I can't fault the logic, honestly.
So
Look,
you guys-
I'm waiting for the day we fight that cheese elemental.
You guys have left the garden, went to the pantry, got stuck to the pantry, left the pantry, and now have gone back to the garden. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Why Rovan is not allowed to lead us anymore.
I agree, says Diana.
Hey!
So, what is
That leads
this
you
about?
safely. Okay, so listen. As he immediately sits down and he, like, starts, like, nibbling on some cheese. Okay, so, I had both epiphany and revelation put to me. Oh, this was when I was on top of Mount Doomhorn.
When did you? You know what? Never mind.
Stay on.
Okay, makes sense.
I wanted to get in touch with my god. Go on pilgrimage. Oh. But anyways. I met wise old man who knew my family from long time ago up there. He was also doing pilgrimage. And of course, we had good chat. It was nice. He's very well accustomed, very wise. And of course,
Wait, pause. You met someone that your family knows on top of Mount Doomhorn.
yes!
Are you certain this was the same person?
What do you mean by same person?
Are you certain it was the person your family knows? Cause
Yes.
how many times have we been tricked now?
Sarah, we both know I do not have enough fingers to count that high.
Multiple times, same person.
Exactly, and currently that person is in jail cell.
Okay, you have a point with that, but still.
Anyways. So, this was a priest of Atlas. And of course, he... How did he put it? He asked if I would be able to retrieve his lost symbol from a place far up north. Artesia.
Anyone who wants to make a history check on the name Artesia, go ahead.
History, you said?
Ow.
That's 17.
Ooh!
10.
That's a 2, which is actually fitting for Sarah.
7.
I'll roll for Diana as well. That is a 15 on the die for Diana. I'm not even gonna bother pulling up a sheet because I know she's got good history.
What do you know? Each of the numbers rolled actually can relate to one another.
Starting from the bottom, Sarah, you've heard vague rumors about Artesia. You know, it's a very, very cold landmass to the far north, but you don't, like, if somebody were to hand you a map and were to ask you how to point it, or were to ask you to point it out, you wouldn't know where to point it out. Lily, same thing, except if somebody were to ask you on a map, you could point it out. That would be for Lily and Corvin. As for... Wait. Oh, sorry. I got confused because I saw Corvin's Arcana check. I was like, wait. Corvin rolled twice! Flit and Diana know that Artesia is, to the north of Gaia. It is, essentially, if I were to explain it, it would essentially be, essentially the realm's North Pole. It's the coldest place in the realm. Even colder than Gaia. It's not a very large place. It's only a couple hundred miles from one end to the other. But it is fucking turbo cold. Like, you guys kind of struggled with the cold, even just going up to Mount Doomhorn. This is exponentially colder.
Yeah, that actually just brought up a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kieran coming with us?
Kieran doesn't even know that this is happening.
Upon immediately hearing that a quest is going to be taking place, you see Flit's face sour.
Aw.
Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yes, it is great though. Yeah, the family friend of ours. Yes, he has asked me to retrieve his amulet. Best part, it is held by two giants, Magni and Modi. They are named after apparently their own gods. So, you know, I have to go claim that.
Anyone who has proficiency in history can roll history on that name, on those names.
Bit. Natural
Yeah!
27.
Well,
Why
it makes
is it?
sense.
How
Why is it
appropriate that
just out of
Joe
character?
rolled that 20. How fucking appropriate. This is not even Corvin knowing it, it's Joe
This is
leaning
Joe.
in, ripping the fourth wall asunder and going, I know that name.
We see a giant mountain man immediately descend on high and
God,
goes
what?
into a literal 20-minute tangent.
No, what happens is it's just fucking a long-haired, bearded, a guy with a big beard and long hair just comes out and says, "Magni and Modi, those guys are fucking assholes."
Those two are from Norse mythology, aren't they?
The sons, yeah,
They are the sons of Thor.
Sons of Thor, literally the only surviving Ace, one of few surviving Aesir who survived Ragnarok, and both of them claim Mjolnir afterwards.
Both born on a Thor's Day.
Yep.
Uh,
Also, Magni suplexed a fucking actual literal giant when he was like 2.
True. Diana did not do well on this check, so it's going to go to Corvin. Corvin, you're not entirely sure why you know this. Like some otherworldly being is beaming this information directly into your brain.
He read it in a magazine.
You do know that that you do know the story of the twin giants that have been named after gods long past. Whether they are related by blood, who's to say? But they have their own sort of legends, and they often are seen as a test of prowess for adventurers wishing to stake their claim in the world.
Whether or not they claim to be sons of their respective gods or just purely namesake, the namesake itself is definitely apropos to their might.
So, I am only bringing this up because, you know, I have personal stake in this, and I do not want to bring you all on joyride that, you know, you do not wish. But I would like to ask if you would all wish to accompany me up to this land. It's very, well, it is cold, will not lie. It has not fully been explored yet, not even mapped out. Few fishing villages and settlements, no major population. It's only a couple 100 miles in size, but Magni and Modi do have a treasure. You know, they have a treasure that they claim from every adventuring group they defeat. So I mean, yeah, there might be something for everybody. Also, why did I turn Italian for a second?
Gabagoo!
Gabagoo!
It's a me, Rova!
Oh, it's gonna be cold.
Do not worry, Flit! As Ravani immediately hugs Flit. We will get you the most warmest of furs!
All I'm
You
hearing
know-
is fucking, do not
Pork.
worry, my friend!
Do not worry, my brother free!
Man, we're just crossing all the streams today, aren't we?
Yeah, fucking apparently.
I was gonna say,
Uh.
he went from Italian to Jamaican.
Let's just say there's been multiple references across multiple campaigns.
So, Flit is going to escape the hug and kind of take a step back. Okay, so just to recap, you met a guy on a mountain. He asked you to
Yes.
reclaim a thing, and this thing is owned by a couple giants in
Yes.
Bitter Cold, and you want
Yes.
our help to go and get this thing back?
Yes.
I have
It
a
is
question.
correct. What is question?
If we don't go, are you just gonna go yourself?
Probably.
That's what I figured. Okay, I'm in.
So I'm redoing my math, just because I thought about it. I want to confirm. Looking at it, Artesia is probably roughly 100 miles, maybe upwards of 150.
Okay,
It's
so
small.
But are we going like now or what?
Oh, well, Corey is not here, so we still have to ask Corey. But it is up to you all. I mean, I kind of want to go whenever we can, quickly, but you know, we have other things, and you all have your things, and I do not wish to intrude.
I'd like to take a little bit of time to prep before we go somewhere like Artesia. Artesia, despite its cold, is also extremely dangerous, and we're going to probably fight giants. So I feel like stocking up is probably a good idea, says Diana.
Of course. I mean, it is not real explored, and also Theon is, you know, having to personally look for a guide, because otherwise we have to pay for a guide while up there.
Sarah, you also remember Theon mentioning that he is short on teleportation for today.
Okay. So there's a problem with that. Theon already teleported myself and Corey to Dry Hollow, and he is running short on teleportation spells.
And I've never really been there myself, so getting over there would be a little bit of a crapshoot.
Okay, so we could do this tomorrow.
That sounds.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
a
probably
lot-
wise.
It's about, if we were to go over a time now, is because I know you guys want to like stock up and everything as well. It's probably getting closer to maybe 3 p.m. at this stage. Kind of getting into the breadth of the afternoon. Somewhere between 3 and 4.
Well, I'm not gonna let you go by yourself, so you can count me in. You will have to let me get some winter gear. I'm 3 foot. I'm not equipped for the cold.
Don't you still have your gear from Gaia?
Yes, but is it colder than that?
Oh, yes.
To be fair though, Lily, won't your boots help with that?
I can't attune to them.
Lily did have to unattune from the boots.
Oh.
I literally, my sword,
Right.
Dandelion takes up both my attunements.
It takes 2 out of your 3 attunement slots.
Sheesh.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
with the
why it's a
buffs
big
it
honking
gives,
boy.
Because it's 2 items that give you buffs together. And then when you put them together, it gives you additional buffs. So, yeah.
Yo, dog, we heard you like buffs.
I do like my buff women, so
Hey, yo.
But
Hell the fuck yes.
so it sounds like we're going to be doing some prep work.
Yeah, well, we got some time, it seems. So I guess now's as good a time as any to do so. Arxis is probably open.
Oh. So, actually, that does remind me. Do you remember that book that we found that was almost killed Sarah?
Yes.
No.
The reason why I do not like books in the first place.
Ravon,
Sarah growls.
not all books will kill you, but yes, we've made a very interesting discovery. It turns out that book is technically a copy of something called the Vault, something that has access to just about every spell, every spell known in existence.
Every spell?
Oh.
Just about.
Also, Diana, this just to catch you up to speed. This was when we were in the Nightmare realm.
Yeah, I heard. Was a bit upset I couldn't help you guys with that, but Reno needed me on backup in case things went extremely wrong.
And as always, we thank you for it.
I got you.
I don't know if we just want it to be said. We appreciate you.
Always respect the life cleric. And fucking like pixelated sunglasses drop down from the sky and
Thug life.
yeah.
But so as Corvin was saying, it contained a copy of every known spell, or most of them anyways. And well, we didn't exactly know what to do with it, so we kind of took it to Theon.
She didn't know what to do with it. I had a lot of ideas of what to do.
Oh, right.
Mainly
So-
keep it, but I can't.
We basically, long story short, we gave it to Theon, who would make quite a lot of use out of it, and he gave us these in return, and she's going to produce the 3 tomes.
Anyone who wants to, make me an Arcana check.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
I was literally about ready to say the same thing.
Oh, damn, Diana knows what those are with a nat 20.
Would Sarah by chance get advantage since Leon mentioned it to her?
5.
I'd say no. He mentioned,
I think you mentioned the trade happened.
yeah, I don't think he mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
15.
A whole 15.
Damn.
Damn.
19.
Hell yeah.
Keep
And
through.
anyone who got above a 15 would know what these are. And I'm not going to go over it again because we've already done it once. You guys know what these are. You guys have discussed at length as to what these are and what you wish to do with them.
Correct.
Slowly takes the leadership book.
What? The bard taking the tome of leadership? Crazy.
So this one will make you a bit more charismatic, this one will make you a bit wiser, and this one will make you a bit more intelligent. So I don't want to make a decision without everyone's input. Do you guys mind if I have the one that makes you wiser?
I'm fine with that.
It would be useful for me too, but I think it's definitely better used in your hands.
Are you sure? I don't want to take it without everyone signing off.
Yeah, that's fine. You're one of the major spellcasters out of us anyway.
Here,
Thank you.
Hold on. And Diana will kind of close her eyes for a second. Corey's cool with it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And I guess that just leaves this last one.
Intelligence.
Think you could do something with this, Diana?
Seems likely, but that's only if you guys want me to have it. And you wouldn't rather it be in the hands of, like, I don't know, Sindri or somebody?
How often does Sindri come adventuring with us anymore?
I mean, no, Nobody's asked him to. And I'll still take it. I have no qualms. I'm just, making it known.
Above game. That is a or in game. That's a fair point, Diana. Above game. Bitch all the time.
Literally.
We miss you,
bug-
Gingy.
Literally bother Gingy all the damn time. I bully him. And
We
say,
are
"Just come move to
constantly
the
like,
States."
Gingy, when are you coming back?
I bully
Fucking,
him on a
oh, look at me, I'm
occasion.
Gingy. I'm cool. I can wrestle in him 6 hours in the future.
Look at me. I'm Gingy. I'm a wrestler. I'm privileged.
In game though. Well, that may be the case, but like I said earlier, you do a lot for us. So, if you want, this book is absolutely yours.
Well, I certainly appreciate it. I'll take it if nobody else wants it. I just remembered I had to roll something for her. Hold on. It's that time again. Fuck off. That's fucking mean. So I just rolled Diana's Divine Intervention. Just because I've been rolling it. You guys are level 14. I shit you not. She got 15 on the die.
Oh,
Quick cutting worth it.
That's fucking
I can't.
mean.
I can't even get close to that.
That is so fucking mean, dude. That makes me mad. Shit. Okay.
aw.
Taking note of that. Bleh. Alright, but you guys are going to... You guys are going to give her the intelligence book, yes?
Sounds like it.
Alright, I'm gonna put that down in her inventory. Tome of Clear Thought. So, again, just for reference for those who have these books, you have to spend 48 hours over the period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents to get the effect. So just, if you're gonna do it, just let me know how much time you're putting into these books.
What's gonna look on over as we all just kind of get the book simultaneously, like, ooh, let's all meet together and read together.
Book club!
Book club.
I'm going to be skipping miles ahead.
Show off.
I can't help it. I only need 4 hours. He says with like a sly smile.
Yeah, well, I only need 6 seconds. Goes to lick the book, but doesn't actually.
That's
Look
not
at me,
gonna
I'm-
work for this. Fuck you.
That would be so
I've been letting it
would not
slide.
I personally don't allow it.
That would be so fucking busted.
Okay, admittedly, here's how I would flavor it. She would lick it, get all the information immediately, but then have to spend 48 hours going, why? But as we kind of hand over the books, Flick's just going to when Sarah's just kind of looking away, Flick's just gonna kind of look back to her, and look back to the group. So we should probably go get stocked up for tomorrow then.
Arxis?
Yeah, let's go see Arxis.
I guess I should ask, do you guys plan to have me accompanying you on this thing with Rovan as well? Or did you want me to sort of hang out here and hold down the fort?
You know.
I'm fine with whatever. I just want to make sure our bases are, covered.
If this is supposed to be a test of strength, maybe having someone who specializes in keeping people alive could be beneficial.
Someone's gonna have to pull Rovan out of the crater he's gonna find himself in when he tries to challenge these guys alone.
Not it.
I'll teleport him out of the hold.
Wow, you really hurt me.
No,
How
that's
many
what
times
the
have I saved
giants
your
are
ass?
for.
You know, one day I'm going to actually become very big and strong, and you all are gonna no longer make fun of me.
It's the fucking meme. Why does everybody bully me?
You
Uh-huh.
say.
This coming
yeah,
from the one that
sure.
I had. This coming from the one that I had to cut out of a spider's leg.
Looks down to Sarah. Don't you have more people to shoot accidentally?
Sarah's just silent for a second. And then just punches him.
Fucking Ravon going for the throat. Shit.
I learned that one from Corbin!
Thumbs up.
Gives thumbs up to him.
He's
Like-
learning.
The expression on his face is just very blank, but there's a thumbs up. Like fucking.
Alright. Jesus Christ. So, just to confirm, you guys are going to visit Arxis.
Yeah!
I'd wish to see him do.
I wish to peruse the forbidden wares.
Alright. Easy
The
enough.
forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge. So, you all make your way across town, and you find yourselves over at the Third Wish once again. As you all enter, as you are one to do, Arxis, of course, in all of his glamour, attends to you all and goes, "Oh my goodness, I get to see a few of you more than once today. Hello, please come in. Come in."
More than once. Who else came in?
Oh, that was me. Diana kind of raises her hand. I just wanted to check a couple things. I didn't buy anything yet, though. I was browsing. I actually have a bit of wealth that I've just been kind of hanging on to, and I wanted to find something to do with it.
Oh, okay.
Very wise.
Anything catch your eye?
A couple things, but I was still sort of on the fence of about a couple things. He says, trying to find the notes about what I wanted Diana to get.
Oof.
So, I guess what I should ask is there anything in specifically that folks are looking for?
I am looking for a few things.
Okay. What are you looking for?
So first, I'd like to see if they have anything to provide warmth that isn't like attunement based.
Okay. That isn't attunement based. Okay.
Correct. I have produced flame, but I am doubling down.
Also, if Arxis has a moment, I kind of want to see him in the back, if you know what I mean.
Hey,
Oh my. Probably look for some general giant fur cloaks and boots and bracers. Maybe see what the Arxis has on available wares as well.
Flit would also like to pull Arxis aside, but this will be part of the same thing.
Yeah, sorry. I'm currently researching because I am like, I don't know if there is currently a magic item that does that without attunement, or if I have to craft something on the spot.
It's if you don't have something, then don't worry about it.
I want to say there's like an, it's like orb or a wand of warming or something like that? Because I remember there was like a bunch of jokes about it.
Ord of warming, as I just put. Not from what I'm seeing. He has plenty of items that would protect you from the cold, including the boots that you guys already have. Unfortunately, they all require attunement.
All right. Well, Flit is just gonna go, oh shucks, and move on from there. She's going to look on over to like. She's gonna kind of like pull Arxis in for like whispering.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you have something that could make Sarah just like a little bit, I don't know, stronger in some way?
In what way?
Maybe like healthier.
Healthier. Let me take a look. He says, rolling his dice. Wow, that's the same roll. Neat. I do actually have this little trinket that I've been trying to find a buyer for. Let me find the image for this. There we go. Posting the image for it in the general chat for you all. I lied. He actually doesn't have it. Fuck you.
What's
You
this?
posted that at the same time I posted mine.
No, I'm being spiteful. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
What's this?
This is an amulet of health. Should boost your friend's constitution, if you will, to superhuman, that of a superhuman.
Ooh, that looks really nice. How much?
15,000 gold. Which, considering how much business you all bring and how much I just like you all, we'll say 12 and a half. 12,500.
Sold.
All right. You have purchased an amulet of health. So, when attuned, your constitution score is raised to 19 while you wear it.
Hold on. I just accidentally deleted all of my gold.
Control Z, Control Z. Did you get it figured out?
Yeah, we're good. We are thankfully good.
We lost J Frost. I was like, oh, there goes Flit.
No, J Frost said his internet crashed.
Ah, I didn't see that. Cool, good to know.
But she's going to look over to Arxis and just say, "Thank you so much."
Of course.
And,
dear.
One more thing.
Hmm.
What was Diana looking at?
She was looking at that little trinket up there, and he kind of points up to to a spot on the second floor. You can't see what it is yet, but you can see where the case he's addressing is. One of my finest pieces, that one, and expensive.
How expensive?
Well, hmm, probably more than you can afford at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
probably more than most of you can afford at the moment, unless you all were to pool some funds together.
Probably. Well, she kind of looks back to Diana. If she moves forward with that, I'd like to know so I can contribute.
Of course, I will let you know. She does have a bit of interest in it. The current
And-
buying price is 50,000.
That's impressive.
It's a great item.
What is it?
Why don't I show you? And you see as the entire display case begins to lift down, and it's not a huge display case. It's roughly the size of. I'm trying to think. It's roughly the size of like if you were to put like a sword in a glass case. Not not
gotcha.
super huge. But inside, let me see if I can get an image of this. Inside, you see what appears to be like a staff or a rod of some sort, and I'm trying to find my Roll20 window. Oh, right, it's there, dingus. Let me see if this pulls up. I don't know if that did it. I don't think that did it. Hold on. Let me see if it does it now. See this little bubble? Big.
Oh,
Interesting. Interesting.
Again, one of my finest pieces. This, if you aren't aware, is a Rod of Resurrection.
Ah!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be helpful in our party.
The rod holds 5 charges, and while you hold it, you can cast one. You can use a bit of magic to cast either the heal spell or the resurrection spell, and then the rod recharges at the start of each day. But there is a bit of a risk in that, should the gods deem it necessary, the rod can disappear into a burst of light.
That. Wow. Wow.
That is really, really important.
She, at her current finances, is able to cover about half of it. But that still leaves another half that has yet to be paid for. But this isn't exactly a super high demand item at the moment as well. Not a lot of people are going around toting 50,000 gold.
I imagine not.
Hold on 1 second. Kinda turns to Diane. Hold on 1 second. You said you already put on half?
I mean, I have 2,500 platinum.
Flat.
We'll put down 1,000 platinum.
Yeah, flat.
Dang. Also, hi, Punk.
Hi, Punk.
Hi, Punk.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. So
good.
above game, I have like, in very few circumstances, ever spent money with Diana. So she's just been stockpiling.
I will.
She has 2,530 platinum pieces.
So
Really?
before we go and like start dumping all of our cash, and I don't get me wrong, I want to get this for her. She deserves something fucking nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to point out that is a very real possibility that we might find something more from these guys when we go do this side quest.
True.
I will say, this is not an item you have to buy now. This is just something that Diana has been looking at.
May I make a counterpoint?
Sure.
I still have 2,549 platinum pieces. I'm willing to put down half, like at least 1,000, if not 1,000, like 250.
I think that's fine, but I also don't think that we're quite enough to get her there.
2,000 platinum equals 20,000 gold.
I know.
Question.
Yes.
Who all is in on this conversation right now?
Well, I was under the impression it was just, Flit and Arxus.
Yup.
Oh.
I was whispering to him for quite a bit there.
Which, it's okay, because J Frost's internet did cut out, so he didn't know, but...
I'm sorry, guys.
No, that's okay.
No worries.
Again, you didn't know.
Fucking Xfinity died on me.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, I hate Xfinity.
Yeah,
Oh.
we do.
So, yes, Joe?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
My dog is fucking sneezing up a storm.
So, Flit is going to just kind of look at it and just go, I think we'll get back to you on that. We have something in the works. But, I think that the others wanted to talk to you about stuff, and I want to talk to Sarah real quick, and I also want to check in on your employees.
Corbin is just kind of hanging out, like, by the counter, giving him, like, giving Arxus a very knowing look.
He gives you a knowing look back. Also, Corey! Just to kind of get you in on this. So, at the beginning, Theon took you aside for a little bit, in which he handed you a piece of parchment as well as a set of keys.
Mhm.
Do you perceive this parchment?
Yes.
It's a deed to a brand new building that has just been assembled inside the Twilight District at your request.
Yeah.
Do with that as you will.
My ears!
I'm
You know,
so glad that got recorded.
Diana goes, "Did anybody else hear that?"
Somewhere out in the multiverse.
As you attempt to rejoin your friends, you find that they are missing. You learn that they have gone to the Third Wish to prepare for some quest that Rovan has taken up.
I see.
So you can make your way over there if you wish. Meet up with them.
Punk, you already did it. You can't take it back. That was in-game.
I just imagine the camera was framed on the castle, like, from the outside, and
There's
then
just
next
birds
thing you know,
lifting
it
off
just
all of a sudden.
like the camera shakes and the birds are lifting off. There's like freaking trees rustling all of a sudden.
So, Corey, do you go and meet them at the Third Wish?
I'm thinking.
You have to, for reference, you have to go by the third wish to get there anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Me,
There
with
is
your
a
permission.
poof as the door flies up into the third wish.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Corey,
I'm sorry, what?
you throw open the door to the third wish, and you see your collection of friends.
I just got the deed!
Mazel tov! To what?
To my brand new bar. She says, like, kind of like putting her hands on her hips, like looking a little chuffed.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Look at you.
Yay.
Owning property, being a proper citizen.
Shit.
Aha! That is why I will have employees to run it for me. So I can still go places.
Diana,
I wanted a tether, you know?
Diana
Something
comes
that's
up
mine
and
here.
gives you a hug. That's wonderful.
I'm so excited!
I'm excited for you! We're doing a little bit of shopping right now. Ravon seems to have us enlisted on a quest to go to the coldest point in the realm and fight 2 giants.
Why?
It's for his
Test of
god.
strength.
Why can't your god ask for us to go to a, like, spa? Or a beach?
The god of spas.
My
Oh,
god,
God.
my god
Surely
literally holds
there's a
the
god
world
of,
up. Well, this guy up.
Surely there's a god of hedonism that would let us go to a beach.
I mean, there's a demon lord.
What?
Grost.
Corbin with a looks towards Flit and then just says, Corladora.
Yeah.
Flit shudders.
Somewhere Corlodora sneezes.
Not a fan of hedonism.
George Knockets.
That
I mean, there's
That's
Dionysus.
a bit weird considering that's kind of our group's thing.
Is it?
Eh?
Corey drinks too much, Rovan eats too much.
Okay.
Okay.
Two.
Sarah
Diana's
shoots.
now holding up her fingers.
Sarah shoots all of us. Most of us.
I was gonna
That
say
is the
most
second
of
time
us.
someone has insulted me on
It
that.
obviously brings her pleasure of some sort. She keeps doing
not
it.
That's not okay. I will be fair. That's not much of a pleasure thing. It's not like she's like, you know, getting excited about that. It's an accident, pure and simple. That's the reason why the list exists.
It's still funny.
I mean, Sarah is a sadist, so it makes sense, but it's not a pleasure thing.
Nah, I'm the fucking sadist by keeping the list actually.
Okay. Real quick, as just as everything is in kind of a fluff, to just kind of finish up the thing from earlier.
Yes.
But is if as Corey is telling everyone about the bar, Flit's going to just kind of like side along up to Sarah. I got something for you.
It kind of takes Sarah a second to register what Flit just said. And she's like, oh, that's cool. Wait, what?
I got something for you. And she holds out the amulet that she just purchased.
Flit? Is this because I let you have the book?
Mm-hmm.
Do I even want to know how much you spent on this?
Money.
Oh.
That's some.
What does it do?
Well, you gave me something that makes me a better spellcaster. So, I gave you something that makes you a better fighter.
Better fighter. In what way?
being able to take a punch a lot better.
I'm going to pretend that that did not feel like an insult.
It wasn't?
I mean,
Thank you, Flit. It's. I assume this is something that requires attunement.
I didn't ask, but I assume so.
He did mention that it requires attunement.
Yes, it does require attunement.
Small brain fart there, huh?
There's a lot going on right now. Points to the typhoon of excitement that just walked in the door.
Yep.
Sarah kind of stares at Corey. Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, that's fair. Sarah will take the amulet.
All right. Add 1 amulet of health to your inventory. It does require attunement.
That is all that I wanted to do. I just wanted to pass it off to Sarah first. So if you guys wish to continue, go ahead.
Corey was just gonna kind of fade to the back and let the group do its thing.
Okay, are you not participating in buying of purchasing of goods? Specifically looking at you, Corey.
Uh. Two health potions.
Okay, easy enough. That will be. Oh, Jesus Christ! How much are fucking health potions again? That will be.
Can I get a
Buy
Well, I like-
buy one
can-
get one free. 50 gold.
Wait, which ones?
Oh, I guess I should have waited until you specified what
Yeah, I
size
was-
you wanted.
Sorry, not two. Can I get a superior?
A superior.
Do you have one?
Oh my god! Look how much that is again.
Or two greater?
Cost. Hold on, I'm observing. If you want 2 greater, it will still be same thing. Buy one get one free. For y'all, 250 for 2 greater, or same thing for the superior. If you want to do 2 superior, 2,500.
How much was the greater again?
250. 250 for 2, because buy one get one free. See, likes y'all.
Yes, please.
Okay. Take out your money. Add 2 greater healing potions to your inventory.
Hell yeah.
All right. I know Corvin had something that he wanted to do with Arxis, so we will move to that.
Yeah, after he's done with Flit, Corbin will try to motion towards like the back room for Arxis.
Oh my, are you taking me to the back room? Scandalous, Mr. Alakia.
Darling, just make it worth my while. He just he does he knows which door to open. He just goes right back without saying anything.
What appears to be the issue, my dear?
I seem to have come upon a revelation of sorts, an epiphany, actually.
An
When it comes
epiphany.
to-
That's a big boy
Yeah.
word.
He does that fake offended face. Oh, anyway, no, I'm the Argomancy book was not really giving me everything that I needed. In fact, I kind of got nothing out of it. It's outside of a twitch in my eye, and it just suddenly dawned on me. It's not the fact that Argomancy itself is corrupting, it's just the knowledge of which, and I have a curious test that I kind of would like you to help me with.
Ah, test? Well, this is quite unorthodox. What does this, test involve?
Do you know the spell Modify Memory?
I do.
I need you to erase all of Argomancy from my mind, with only the knowledge of Argomancy corrupts, and I shall not pursue.
Oh my goodness, this is quite the elaborate plot. I love it. And how much are you willing to pay for this sort of high level magic? He says
Kinda
for the
just-
modify memory.
I am willing to cover any kind of cost for any materials, as well as because I'm. Well,
Well,
I'm
modify
helping-
memory doesn't require any materials, dear. Just more willpower.
Sorry, just checking my damn funds. Huh. How's about about 500 platinum for you?
I think that will be more than substantial. Yes. Do you wish to pay him 500 platinum for him to give you a good old memory wipe?
Yes. 1,000 per spell level.
Okay.
And since I'm
Well,
willing,
he's gonna
I
have
got
to
I need
cast
to-
at a higher level than 5th, considering how far your sort of delve into Argomancy goes and how long you've been sort of pursuing this. But 500 is still enough.
Okie dokie.
I'm actually currently trying to determine. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, dear. Just close your eyes and let old Oxus take you away. And as you feel like a tap on your forehead, you feel like your psyche almost like get pulled and warped from your mind. And it's almost like someone's taking your fucking brain and stretching it like putty. It's the weirdest trip of your life. And it's sort of like, after a few moments, kind of just kind of ricochets back again, like the fucking rubber or putty or something. How do you feel?
Why are we here? Oxus, have you drug me back here? You know I'm in a relationship.
Oh, right. My mistake, Mr. Alec here. Please, come right this way. Let us rejoin your friends. And above game, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
all knowledge that you currently had of Argomancy, gone. Which
Do I get
does... What's that?
Sorry. No, go ahead.
Which does mean that you do lose the Sunder the Soul cantrip.
Fuck, finally. So, do I get message back?
You will next level.
Okie dokie. I was half right.
You were half right. But
That's all I wanted.
okay. All right. You have given yourself a bit of a squeaky clean. Now, I guess I'll ask, who else has things they wish to pursue with Arxis?
Sarah would like a few more of the specialized arrows.
Okay. I don't remember what I charged for these before.
Say a copper each.
No.
A silver each.
No.
I appreciate the hustle.
I appreciate the hustle. However,
5
no,
silver
this
each.
man is running a business.
I know.
I gotta do my job and haggle.
Uh, what specifically did you want to buy? Which arrows did you want to buy?
I honestly don't know what all there are for arrows. I know I'm running low on holy arrows, though.
All right. Let me see. Holy arrows will run you. Thankfully,
Bludgeoning arrow. It's just a fist.
It's the great arrow.
Yeah, it's a boxing glove arrow.
Yeah.
Holy arrows are with discounts 40 gold for a bundle of 5. And I'm going to actually for these arrows, I'm going to put them, because we're now referencing this list more than once. I'm going to put these in. I'll put it in lore drops. Just a link to where I'm getting these arrows from, and you can take a look at at the list for what you want to buy if you wish. The prices on there will be slightly decreased because of your discounts.
I closed out my character sheet and reopened it, and now it's not loading.
Roll20 has been acting odd tonight.
Yeah, try just closing the window. In the meantime, while you are looking at that list, would you mind if I come back to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Did anybody else have stuff for Arxis?
Lily personally can't think of anything that she will need from Arxis. She wants to talk to, of course, Genia first about outfit because, Taylor.
Yeah, if I figured you guys were going to want to go shopping for a few more layers for Artesia. Arxis is not the place to do that unless you specifically want a magic item to prevent to combat extreme cold, which he does have. Like the cute fucking Ring of Warmth, which is definitely not modeled after Frostbite in any way, shape, or form.
I might pick up a couple potions.
Okay. What kind of potions?
Probably some bog standard health potions. As well as, is there anything currently on sale by Arxis?
Oh, please. Arxis doesn't do sales. Arxis doesn't have a clearance pile.
He does deals.
He does deals. He's a businessman.
Fine, what deals does he have in the Sunday Times?
Arxis doesn't have a clearance aisle. He will sell you some of his faulty potions for cheap. And by faulty, I mean he doesn't know what they do.
How much does he want for those?
I'm kind of curious myself.
So, okay, this is gonna be fun. I was wondering when we were gonna bring this out. So, Arxis has a supply of random potions, just potions that he doesn't, like, he just kind of came into ownership of them. He doesn't know what they do. He hasn't had time to check what they do.
Yes, tell me numbers.
10 or 1 gold per potion.
How many does he have?
Let me roll. My other D10, there it is. He has... Fuck you, that's funny. He has 69 of them.
Nice.
Nice. And you said they're 1 gold each?
They are 1 gold each.
The
No
dice
idea
is
what they
sassy
done.
today.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Yep.
Y'all buying the bargain bin?
Yep.
We're buying the entire
Yeah.
bargain bin.
Okay. Go ahead and I guess I'll just say
34 and 35?
What's
Or
that?
are we splitting them amongst other people?
That is up to y'all.
I'm looking at J Frost.
Okay, well, there's 69 of them. I don't know, how do you want to do this? I'm kind of curious on this one.
Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be good.
Corey's like, I came as soon as I heard of randomness.
Alright, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking 32 and 32.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's 5 left. 1 for each everyone. Unless they want more, they can talk to us about more. But Corey will hand 1 to each. To Flit, Corbin, Lily, and Sarah.
Should we give one to Diane just for good measure?
Yes.
Okay. So for the record, I have a table that I've been saving for this. If you are to ever drink one of these potions, you will need to roll me a D100 to see what the effect is.
Yes.
Done. Thank you.
These go, and these are quite severe. Some of these are extremely mundane, and some of these can actually be quite, well, I guess I said already, severe. So...
Good severe or
What
bad
does it
severe?
cost, action-wise, to force someone to drink it?
it
Is it a bonus action? Is
like
it a...
force an enemy to drink it?
Yes.
An action with a contesting check. Likely an athletics check.
Sarah, we're gonna make it into a special arrow.
I'm cool with that.
Ocean arrows!
The bad thing about that is we don't know if it'll do something good to our enemies.
That's fine.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
We can give
And
we can put some of
nothing-
them as special arrows.
And
Some of them.
nothing can go wrong.
And nothing can go wrong.
I know it all wrong!
Oh no, wrong!
Oh man, I
So,
can't believe we actually
For
used true
the
polymorph.
sake of inventory, put mystery, label these as mystery potions.
Okay. 32 mystery potions.
Hey,
And everyone else gets one.
Everyone gets one.
Yes, CG? Yes, everyone
Punk,
gets one.
I wish you'd tell me when it's Tart's birthday. I would have planned something equally good of a gift for him.
I'm gonna
I don't...
roll just because I want to see. I got what's that? I got 25. I'm just curious. Okay, neat. Sorry, I'm just looking at my table.
Table.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Ravon?
Oh no.
Yes!
That you drink one later at my bar?
I am going to... Oh my
please,
god.
Please, all of you down one of these potions at the bar.
Or
Okay.
I have a suggestion. Not at a point to where you could possibly blow up the entire thing, and that's a whole ass insurance claim that Corey has to deal with.
We'll drink it inside the mansion.
Yes, much more secured.
Okay, now hold up. I just had a stupid idea.
Don't we have a training room?
In
It's
the
like
mansion,
built to like
yes.
hold shit? Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Also, what color is each potion did we hand out to everybody? Did we just all have like one rainbow potion all together?
They are just varying colors. A lot of them look like real disgusting colors.
Hey, Tart!
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a very dumb question,
Mhm.
mechanics-wise, to ask you.
Mhm.
So the alchemy jug.
No.
Oh,
No.
Hold on.
Hard no.
Oh, come on.
I'm
No.
stopping you right there. Hard no.
No.
I can't have one good drink.
Hard no.
Don't drink a potion, kids. One day. But you know what? Fine. I'm good with that. I'll go with a couple healing potions. Probably about 6 of them, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, considering Arxis only sells magical stuff, I'll probably just keep with the money for going to Genia, probably to get some clothing. Ooh, actually, question: does Arxis sell any smithing tools, kits?
That is actually on the list of things far too mundane for him to sell. So
Aw.
unfortunately, no. However, you could get those in plenty other places within Dragon's Reach, to the point where I wouldn't even make you roll to find them.
Okay, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. I'll take all that.
Take off like 10 gold.
10 gold. Okay. That's fine by me.
Does anyone else have things for Arxis? I know Sarah still wants to do their arrows. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Okay, cool. Alright, so, Sarah, what did you want to, what arrows did you want to buy? And how many?
Let's just go with the holy arrows for now,
Okay.
and I will take a look at this list later.
Okay, fair enough.
So you said it's 40 gold for a bundle.
40 for a bundle of 5.
Okay, so she's going to do 2 bundles of 5, so that would
Okay.
be 80 gold,
Yes.
which is down to 8 platinum, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Sarah will hand that over.
Okay. Sounds good. Does that conclude business for your group here at Arxis' shop? I guess I also never finished mentioning, did you guys want to try to pool together your funds for this rod for Diana, or are you holding off on that for now?
Probably hold off for now.
I mean, Sarah has 2,000
I
platinum.
mean,
I've got 2,000. I got 2.5 grand here, at least in platinum. So I wouldn't mind dropping 1,000.
I could drop 1,000.
Only leaves.
Corey will give
500?
5,000 gold.
Okay.
Wait,
so
how many? Wait, is it 50k plat or 50k gold?
50k gold.
Good. Corey will give 5k gold.
Okay, so let me just make sure I've got it right, because I think that actually does it. So Diana's covering half, because she has half. Then I've got 10k from Rovan. And I'm doing this in gold. 10k from Rovan, 10k from Sarah, and then 5k from Cora.
Yee.
Yes.
Okay. That's a done deal. You guys have just bought Diana a Rod of Resurrection.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah!
Okay. She's absolutely gonna unattune from the fucking, the Ring of Cold Protection for the Rod of fucking Resurrection.
Just as we're about to go to the ice place, too.
Oof.
Hey, if somebody freezes to death, it's okay. She'll get you back up.
True.
Actually, that's
Easily.
a good question. You said the Amulet of Health requires attunement. How long
Does.
does that take?
It takes an hour. So,
Okay.
you can't do it at this moment, but you guys can very likely do it before you guys leave for Artesia if you wish.
Okay.
We're coming out on top with this. I mean,
How did we
goddamn.
pay for the potions, by the way? J Frost.
If you don't mind,
69 gold.
I can easily just I could just pay for all of them, and I'll just like take payment back in the form of like a few drinks free.
Done.
Woo!
Corey over here like, joke's on you, I was gonna charge you fuckers anyway. Alright, so, are you guys concluding your business here at the Third Wish?
Admittedly, I wanted to talk to the two Gabos, but
That's right.
that was mostly just.
You go and hunt down the two Gabos.
Okay, go ahead.
They appear to not be here at the moment.
Fair enough.
As I have just rolled for them, and today is their day off.
Good for them.
That being said, you know where they live.
Oh, I just wanted to chat with them if they were here, like, incidentally, so.
Okay. I apologize. I was about to be like, yeah, you find them, blah, 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 and then I rolled, and I was like, today is their day off. Cool, that's
No,
how
that's-
it is.
That's fine. I'll check in with them another time.
Okay. All right. So are you all absconding from the Third Wish, then?
Is that your favorite word this session?
Abscond?
Yes.
That usually means kidnap.
Don't worry about it. I'm kidnapping you all, meaning I'm shoving you from I'm taking you from one place and shoving you to another.
Different areas of the dollhouse. All right, go in here now.
Can we stop at McDonald's?
No, you have
we don't-
McDonald's at home! Alright, but if you guys are leaving the Third Wish, Corey, I believe you have a place you would like to take your group, and we will do that right after our bio break.
Woo! Let's do it.
It's time!
Coffee.
It's time to drink.
It's time! Let me throw on some chill music. And I know that I need to use the bathroom, and I need to get water.
Real quick.
Hmm?
Sarah, J Frost Punk.
Yes.
Would it be alright if I gave you 100 plat each? Because I did mention in character that I wanted to help with that. And then you guys just dropped fat stacks.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, can Lily also give you each like 100 plat each?
I
Lily
mean, I'm
feels
not
bad for not.
opposed.
Sure.
I still have over 2,000.
I will accept more money, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna also give you each 100 plat.
That's total two,
Okay.
right?
So 100 plat from Flit and 100 plat from Lily.
Lily.
Yep.
1,749 platinum.
I will accept money.
1,201.
Still
Nice.
has
Paul's
over
like, oh,
2,000
no,
plat.
don't give me money.
I'm sitting at
She's a business owner now. She's not gonna take it.
Anything with that. I
Oh,
don't have
shit,
an HR
yeah.
manager.
Hunt's a
I can't
legit
do
business owner.
anything.
I don't care. I don't care who Cedric sends. I'm not paying my taxes.
So, just a heads up for all you guys with the fat stacks, I'm currently limping in, and I put that in quotation marks, at 500 plat.
Yeah, I can imagine now that the majority of the hoard that you guys got is gone. A few of you guys are struggling a little bit. Struggling, quote unquote.
Note to self. Buy Flit a very big tree or hobbit hole.
Diana went down from 2,530 gold to and 30 platinum to 30 platinum and 150 gold. Yeah, no, she had been holding on to these fat stacks. She had been holding on to a decent bit for a while, and then fucking, she hadn't touched the money you guys gave her from the Horde yet. So.
Diana's a smart investor.
Rod of Resurrection, fuck yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, well, before you head on out, Tart. Since I know this was something that we were talking about, would it be all right? And I'm also asking you, Sarah, for your permission. Would it be all right if I took a look at Sarah's character sheet to figure out what she is attuned to?
I would be fine with that. I think I nailed it down though, but I can still do that if Sarah's okay with it.
That's fine by me.
Okay.
CG.
I am still baby with this. I will accept any and all help.
Also, I did forget that you guys still want to go out and buy Warden clothes, so we'll do that first real quick when we come back. But I'm gonna go get one.
Okay.
You say bye.
I
want to go to Genia.
Hello, goodbye, hello.
Let's
Probably
see.
GI.
Needle, bring up the rat.
Hi, Rold. I love you.
Laid.
We
Is
love
that
you, Harold.
Hashtag get laid.
Good lad.
Everyone, I still get questioned why. So around the other circle I'm part of, Claude's circle of goons, everyone calls him Hyrold. Everyone calls him Lade. Everyone but me. I'm the only one that calls him Hyrold, and I think that's because of Punk.
It probably is, because I was about to say, like, I call him Hyrold. And you
Yeah,
said,
you
like,
were
oh,
the
wait.
only one I think calls him Hyrold.
Well,
It
I think
Lade feels like the first name, so it feels
personal.
too informal. I don't know.
Like,
Lade also just feels weird.
It comes weird off the tongue. That's sensory-wise why I don't.
well, to be fair, like at least for how a lot of the M&W circles got to know him, like that was his character's name was Hyrold until his, I guess you could say, rebranding into the Dungeon Delver that he wanted to portray, not the Beast Hyrold anymore. He's like, nah, just Lade Hyrold, the very pleasant Quebecer.
Yee.
And also, that's also like the moment everyone's like, wait, his first name's Lade? Hashtag get laid. Although I still, I was gonna say, Lade, I'm still championing the signature name called Laid Out. I'm still championing that idea.
I dig it.
As you wish, I see you.
I've just always called him Hyrold because that's what I know him as.
Such a good bean.
It's in his
now.
username. It
Good name.
feels like it's almost like Mr. Hyrold in my brain for some fucking reason. So it's like
Mr.
Hyrold.
Hyrold.
But it's like Lade, but that's like the Mr. for some reason. So I'm just like Hyrold. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
Mr.
but
For other
Lade
usernames, I'll grab
Hyrold.
from the front. I don't
Ah,
know.
Mr. Nice. You're a good fucking bean, Lade. Fucking take it.
Harold
Except for
is
love and
a good
affection.
fucking
He's really
dude.
fucking sweet.
And I want to thank him for the whole raid that he gave us during that. Love that guy. Love that homie.
Love that Hyrold.
Absolute
Sorry to
heckin'
interrupt.
homie.
CG and I have an important question, Tart.
Mhm.
Does Hippogriff require attunement?
I'm munching. It does not.
If that's the case, I think you just have an open attunement slot. I think it used to be, as you correctly surmised, I think it used to be the Ring of the Rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm fairly certain I unattuned from that.
Yeah. Because, like, I also thought it might have been the Boots of Elvenkind, but I looked that up, and they're also non-attunement.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think you can just attune to it.
Back. Gotta say, today is going pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Which, real quick, just to make sure that my math is correct. Tart.
Charles.
Must have stepped away. That's okay.
You know, I should probably go grab some water myself.
You know, probably same.
I'll be right back. I got caught up in praise.
So- River, what you're saying is that you're thirsty before you're going to see with Genia.
To be fair, I don't actually have to go and see her now. I have the Sending Stone. I can literally just call her
You up?
Rocky Talkie.
Rocky Talkie is pretty good. And there's also Telestone.
Telestone,
While
yes!
I appreciate your confidence in your girlfriend, I do have to mention that you guys are likely leaving tomorrow, and you are wanting
Yes.
her to make you outfits.
If she couldn't make them, then she at least knows the best place to go for what we need.
Yeah, her place of employment.
True.
You'd be surprised how few people will actually recommend their own place of employment. Shifty eyes, shifty eyes.
Also, from when...
Oh. River?
Sorry, 1 second. My push to talk is on a foot pedal, and the foot pedal keeps moving from my desk. But, you'd be surprised, from what I remember, she was, the person who runs the tailor shop's, like, older, too.
I don't know what
think
that has to do with anything.
Great, yeah,
Older-
Maryhorn.
Older hands are sometimes shaky.
Arthritis.
Arthritis. Yeah.
She,
I mean, to be fair, I'm 26 with arthritis almost, so...
Same.
I will say the rest of the group can speak for Gretia's talent. As Gretia made all the parties except for Lily, who wasn't in the party yet, gala outfits.
I've got arthritis in my legs at 18.
Let's go!
We're all broken. Now,
Yeah,
let me
we're-
abscond real quick while I run to the restroom, because
That is the word of the night. Also, yes,
So-
CG, I heard you had a question, but I did step away to use the bathroom.
Yes. I think I'm going to DM that to you because it involves character sheet stuff,
Okay.
and I just don't want to.
Yeah, you're good.
Huh?
Alright. Can
Yeah,
I
it just means leave hurriedly or secretly.
Yeah. Can I, real quick, just do a roll call? I know River just stepped away, but I want to get an idea of who else is here. CG,
Busy typing.
J Frost. J Frost, who realizes he's muted. Okay, no J Frost yet. Joe.
Literally just sat down. What's up?
I'm just doing a quick roll call.
Ah.
Just seeing who's here. Punk.
Getting water.
Okay. River stepped away, and Sarah.
Answering CG.
So, just a couple more minutes then.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Coughing.
I'm glad we
Same-
got to the
same brain. We are the two halves of wheezing.
I love being the instigator.
Yes, that's correct. CG. Which means I had to add that.
Sounds good. Just wanted to make sure that everyone was
Wait.
on the same page.
Nope, it's not. 39. Don't include the first level.
Right. Thank you.
Wait. No, it would be. No, that's right. Because
Okay,
it would
okay.
include the first level.
Ah, make up my mind.
That's good.
Hey guys, guess who now has the max health of the party? Or the most health out of the party?
Is it
Are
still
you
Flit?
serious?
Yeah,
Not a surprise.
Who?
Sarah, with her new fucking amulet.
I see.
By a wide margin, too.
Were they at 160?
Sarah's at 142.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
That Ranger HP coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
The second
just going to
highest
market.
is Flit with 128.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a... We love magic items that make us fucking
Mhm.
turbo overpowered. Ah, good.
I got
now
you.
I can not hold back.
She's
Huh?
technically not attuned to it yet, but I'm going to mark it down so I don't forget.
And then Tart threw an ancient white dragon.
If you
want
want to, like, go ahead and just have it marked down so that way you are attuned to it, that's fine. I figured you guys would find a time to do it before your trip to Artesia.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pound you about it.
I thought you said I'm not gonna pound you, and I'm like, you just said it. You're gonna throw something at us and not hold back anymore.
Smile.
So I've got a question.
I have an answer.
I have
When
a
we
rock.
go to the bar, this is just an unveiling. Will everyone be there, or do I have to go through the process of letting everyone know? Like, I told them it was going to be soon.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want me to leave it as a surprise?
I'm gonna DM you.
Okay.
We're gonna do some construction.
Let's get down to business.
Alright, there's Shayfrost.
It's
There's
just-
Riverback.
The party just sits back and is like, okay, Ravon, I understand that we have to go on this pilgrimage for you, but we really need to get these sconces up to speed.
I don't know what that is. I will just put this thing up here.
Ravon, sconces are a type of pastry that you eat.
I'd like to incite that.
Flit is telling the truth, or so she thinks.
Corbin says nothing.
You eat one, I eat one.
Sure, I'd love a pastry. Here, let me. I'm still here. I am going to grab water, but it's going to be uber quick.
We're still waiting on River anyway. Stinky River.
I'm sorry, I'm here.
Oh, there's River. Oh, well,
River.
now we're waiting
I
to see
literally
G.
just
Fuck!
sat down. Just sat down.
I remember when we played. I remember back in my day when we used to play D&D.
You used to play D&D?
Look, I'm on new medicine and my stomach's actually behaving itself with me now, so...
Dear God.
Let's go.
Yo, you want to DM me the name of that medicine?
Oh boy, do I have a story for you, TLDR. It's more than just IBS, I may also have lupus.
Let's go.
Oh shit.
At least now they can start addressing the actual cause.
When
Fuck
they
yeah.
can get me into the doctor, seeing as
Yep.
how the wait list is a year and a half.
Jesus!
Oh,
Specialists, you
August.
gotta love them.
August of 2024.
Have you looked around for anywhere else that can get you in?
Unfortunately, there's very minimal doctors locally. We'll have to send you out of town if you're wanting to go see anyone sooner.
Like, you're kidding me. Oklahoma's a pretty freaking big state. You're telling me there's no one.
I will say this. Like, that is some bullshit, not gonna lie. But cancellations are very common.
Sure.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious.
Did you? If you haven't, could you call and ask and see if you have a cancellation list, or maybe
I'm
just
going to
call every now and
Monday.
again when you think about it and be like, "Hey, I was wondering if there was anything sooner."
I have to call my main doctor Monday and let them know that that's how long the wait list is, because they said that they may be able to put me on something temporary. Because right now they're pumping me full of 800 milligrams of acetaminophen to keep the swelling in my jaw down.
With that being said, shall we get back to it, gamers?
Yes.
So, you guys have absconded from the third wish. And you are now looking to buy a few extra layers for your winter gear. How would you like to go about doing this? Do you have a place in mind? What would you like to do?
Genius, please.
Lily is actually going to pull out her sending stone.
Okay.
She kind of looks at it and she's just like, do I just talk to it? She's actually asking that because she's never used one before. Not that she remembers anyway.
Does anyone answer the question?
Yeah, you. Essentially, you just talk into it and it should be fine.
Corvin, what happened to your voice?
Oh, sorry.
She awkwardly kind of holds it up to her mouth.
Genia?
There's no... no, I'm just kidding.
We're needing to get some warmer things. There's some stuff that... we're headed somewhere really cold.
And she waits hesitantly for a response.
Well... Are you looking for, like, winter survival gear?
That would probably be the best bet. Seeing as it's colder than when we went to Mount Doomhorn.
Well, if that's the case, I'd suggest going to, like, a survivalist shop rather than the store. You'll probably get some... We do looking clothes, not functional clothes.
She nods, dumbly thinking that Genie is there rather than the fact she's talking to a rock. And then she realizes what she's doing.
Shit. Yeah. Thank you. None of us were I wasn't too sure where we needed to go. So.
And she kind of leans closer and whispers into the rock. I love you.
You hear a close whisper back. That's gay.
she giggles.
Always for you, baby.
Says the smaller one.
Big
The
gay and small
smallest
gay.
baby.
Little gay and big gay.
Lily kind of looks up. And half embarrassed.
Survivalist shop. Do we know where one is?
Anyone who wants to make me a history check?
Yep.
Flit's gonna look over to Ravon and go, "Hey, Ravon, you wouldn't happen to know where near this hunting lodge is, would you?"
Can I make
That's a
hold on?
callback.
Can I make a general intelligence check to see if I can figure out, like, you know what? No. What would it take to insight what Flit's meaning, or actually, what can I roll for dumb?
Or we
What
just
can
start
you
to
roll
laughing.
for dumb? You could just choose not to roll.
You just exist. Sorry.
Damn.
I
I've
meant
actually got a
Ravon.
question.
I'm sorry.
And that's
No,
not
no,
like
no.
a, that's
I mean,
not
that's
like
not
a
much
me-
better. Wait, fuck.
That's not me saying like you're dumb. That's just saying like just forgo the roll.
Just sit there and be a sponge. Just,
Corvin's
Mid-
house.
No thank
just
you. Hamster on
dissociate for a
strike.
minute.
Sarah did have a question.
Since I know at least two of us have proficiency or expertise in survival, no, because none of us have really needed to survive in Dragon's Reach, so we won't need to hunt down a shop. Never mind.
Yeah, I'd say survival wouldn't really apply to this. This is more or less to see if like who in the group has happened to come across one or have seen one during your time here.
I was more thinking advantage on the history check because of, like, if we had gone shopping for survival supplies. But no.
No, I'd allow that. Well, if you've gone.
I
Yeah,
don't think any of us
yeah.
have gone, though.
I don't think anybody has either. But if anybody has, I'll allow it.
11.
Okay, so I got an 18, a 16, an 11. Corey and Ravon, are you guys deciding to roll?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
14.
Okay, 14. And a 10.
10.
Everyone doing decently well except for Lily. So get
Lily's
bent, I
too
guess.
gay to care.
Lily's doing like the ha 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 ha, like twirling the hair.
So, like, you're really tall.
Like you're a Goliath.
That's hot.
That's pretty hot.
That's hot.
I heard you like.
I
a
hate
sailor.
y'all because I act like. Look, I act like that IRL when tall women fucking approach me. I'm just like,
Ah.
oh, woo.
Ooh, woo.
They just look up and go, "Step on me."
But your group together can a few of you remember the location of a nearby survival shop called Winter's Crest.
Damn it, Tart.
What? What did I do?
I'll. Never.
Oh, no, I get it. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about it. Shit, you're absolutely right. I didn't think about that at all.
Saw dudes.
No, it's not even in close to that.
No, he's referring to something else.
Ah. I'll get it.
I'll do the TLDR later.
So you guys would like to I assume go into the shop, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys really want me to roleplay this out, or do you guys just want to quickly go through the process of buying some shit so we can get to the good shit?
I say we quickly just go through it.
Yeah.
Yup.
Okay. You guys are able to buy a few more layers. You guys don't have to buy a ton, considering you already have some winter gear. But you guys are able to buy a few extra layers for your winter gear from the very nice Furbolg merchant named Nafier, who I will give you the spelling here. Nafier.
Even taller being.
Lily will pay for flits as well.
Okay.
Aw.
For each person, it will be like 20 gold.
Okay, I can just pay for my. I can pay for myself.
Yeah, I'll subtract some money.
They're getting 2 plat.
Okay. You guys quickly grab a few extra layers of clothes as well as a few survivalist supplies just to make sure you guys are good to go for your upcoming journeys to the icy north. And you abscond. Again, the word of the night. And now...
Are we leaving so secretly and hurriedly?
We're,
Are we just Naruto running away?
we are experts in the
Yes.
Irish goodbye, or in this case,
We-
the Asterios goodbye.
You begin to hear the fucking, the drums in the background and... Huh!
Oh God.
I need to find a specific vine. There's actually a very popular vine of of a bunch of like college kids Naruto running across a college campus, and it was actually done at a school near where I lived.
That sounds like something the friggin' college kids near me would do.
Yep. But
When you got math class at 8, but you gotta fight the Uchiha clan at 9.
God.
but I believe you guys know where you're going next, don't you? Or at least one of you does.
Bar?
It's time.
Bar?
All right, Flit, lead the way.
Okay then. Meeks takes an immediate left turn into some alleyway.
Will you boy and stranger?
Corey
This guy
grabs
again?
Flit by the hood and pulls her back.
Wait, but I wanted to buy a broken butterfly.
Thank you.
Is that a grenade launcher? Just cuts to.
I'd like to buy the alternative outfit.
No steampunk for you.
Yes,
Anyways.
I'd like to buy the night armor.
I like to buy the Wesker skin.
But
All right.
Pug, I don't know if you want to go ahead and take the lead with this, or if you want
Not
me
yet.
to.
Go.
Not yet. Okay.
I
So
mean, like, I don't know how like to lead us there. So.
no, that's okay. So Corey, you excitedly knowing that it's time, and you have not seen this location yet, you begin to go with your friends over to the Twilight District, and as you sort of approach, you do notice that construction has been going very well. The walls are looking nice and solid. There are a few buildings that have been sort of erected that seem to primarily be used as shelters for the refugees. Except there's one that is a bit different. One that you are able to clock, and you know what it is. You know what it is.
So you're gonna see a 2-story building. It's long. It looks kind of like an inn, and it looks like it's got like a little addition off to the side, but it's only 1 story. It's got 3 huge windows on each floor, but the ground floor has, well, I guess it would be 3 stories then. But the ground floor has 2 bow windows that kind of curve out, and you can see tables inside. We're here.
As you all begin to approach, you notice
It looks like this.
it's time.
Not that, but yeah, it's that building kind of. Excuse me, anyway.
Ooh.
Let me go ahead and throw this up for stream, just so they
I
can.
present to you guys Havana Hall.
Ooh, that's a good name.
Nice.
Punk is very proud of that name.
That's a very pretty name.
As you all begin to approach the front of Havana Hall, you notice a number of figures actually already out front. A tall red dragonborn wizard, a kingly-esque looking human fellow, and a small child. In addition, you also see what appear to be 2 forest elves. Or wood elves. Both of which you recognize. In front of Havana Hall is Theon, Cedric, Nexus, Cassius Cormac, and Mirrodin Ormaris.
Nice. Sorry, I'm trying to open up my notes app.
Cedric calls out to you all and goes, "There you are! We've been waiting!" Nexus kind of begins to laugh and kind of runs up to your group. He immediately tackles your legs, Corey, and is like, "The building looks so good."
Thank you. They did a really good job on it. Just staring.
Theon
Well,
kind of comes up to you. "I promised you a bar, and a bar I have delivered."
all right, everyone. Welcome to Havana Hall.
I also made sure to take a few of your unique designs into account.
Thank you.
Of course.
I know it was a favor and you technically owe this to me, but I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, it was my pleasure, truly. It was nice pulling my attention away from pulling my attention towards something that I could describe as a passion project. Except instead of a puzzle, it's a whole bar. And look at
Well,
this.
you can do your puzzles here at this bar if you want.
I would love nothing more. And would you look at that? It's already bringing in a few guests. And Cassius and Mirrodin, holding their hands together, kind of come up. Cassius goes, "Oh my god, this building is lovely. I am so excited to get wasted in here!" And kind of smacks your shoulders a little bit, Corey. Let's go ahead. Let's get inside. Come on.
Yes. And she's gonna go towards she's gonna reach for Diana's hand.
Mm-hmm. Diana would do the same.
And as Corey unlocks the door, you'll be led into this small area first. This small area. Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice, a center hearth.
Thank you. You see a long fire pit in the center of a fairly big room. Long tables with long benches, all lined up. Arches to vaulted ceilings, but not like the kind you'd see in a cathedral. It's very fitting, very homey, very warm.
The fire is already brewing as you guys come in. Which, Corey, you kind of note is interesting, considering that you're pretty sure that your group is one of the first few people to really properly set foot in here.
Yeah, Corey's gonna just turn to look over his shoulder at Theon.
He winks at you.
She'll return it. Turn back around. All
This
right.
looks really cozy.
Yeah. It turned out really well.
Are you gonna be the bartender?
Not the only one. Not the only one. I have to hire. I've got a few ideas.
Well, in the meantime, Theon begins to speak up. If you're looking to hire, perhaps I can assist you with some temporary, not management, but employment. And he casts a spell, and you begin to notice a bunch of unseen servants, like vague, humanoid shaped, almost like figments of light, beginning to take spaces behind the bar, ready to serve.
Neat. Well, come on in. What can we get you? And Coral will
Water.
lead everyone in.
Flit. You all make your way into Havana Hall. This place is extremely cozy.
And Corey's gonna. Sorry, hold on. Who's it? You know what? I wonder if they got this in time. And she's gonna go and look along one of the far walls. And she's gonna look through a door. Ah, this is it. And I don't know if we'll have enough people tonight, but I think we can invite some for next time, and she'll lead you all into another room. I'm gonna have to find it. A bigger hall. This one with the ceiling of stars. Twinkling.
Yo.
Yes.
Okay, that's dope.
More tables and more hearths lining the center with the tables around it.
Ooh. Foot's looking up at the stars. Wait, Corey, are there constellations in here? Did you decide where these all go?
Corey looks over at Theon. I just said I wanted the stars.
I came up with a few of the constellations, but I did consult a few of your star maps. And if you watch, and he kind of like twists his hand a little bit, and you notice that the the ceiling begins to shift faster, and different constellations begin to reveal. And as he kind of like brings it down to a halt again, you notice that the ceiling is indeed very slightly moving. Like a night
Ooh.
sky.
That's. I wonder if this. Can you do anything else with the sky? I'm just curious about the nature of it.
No, unfortunately, that's currently all it does. But
Oh, okay. Don't worry, it's still really cool. Just wondering how cool.
that's currently what we have, but it can be improved upon. Also, the hearts are magical, so the fire never dies.
Oh, that does sound
Saves
pretty
on
cozy.
firewood costs.
Oh.
That sounds like it'd be very useful very soon. 100-yard stare.
Well, as lovely as this is, I wish to get a little wasted, so drinks.
Drink.
I'll be DD, the designated druid.
Lily's gonna down a drink. As for wet drink, Shrug.
Designated druid. You all begin to take your spaces amongst the seats of Havana Hall, and you all begin to partake in some much needed drinks. These unseen servants are very good at being able to keep track of your orders. So like, even like the complicated shit that you ask for, they're able to do just fine. They're not exactly performers, but you're getting the drinks you're asking for.
Hey, that's nice.
Flit, you get a message in the back of your mind that goes, "Where did everybody go?"
We're at Havana Hall out in the Twilight District. It's Cora's new bar.
There's a pause. And then you just hear, "I'll be there in a little bit." With a hint of mischief behind it.
Uh-oh. As we're all as I get this message, I just kind of look to everyone else, and I'm just like, we may have someone else at the door in a little bit. You know, why don't I go see about letting him in, since we're going to be in the back?
That is good idea, Flit. I will take Flit's drink.
Enjoy your shot of water.
It's good. It's clear water.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Sarah's getting a non-alcoholic drink.
So, I have heard the rumors about all your magnificent adventures so far, like nightmare realms, and now apparently you all are getting ready to fight giants. You fought a dragon, apparently. I mean, you all have come a long way since the first time I met you months ago. This is Cormac talking.
Certainly a long way from retrieval missions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that kind of retrieval mission.
I still think that the stockroom is up there in terms of things we've done. That might just be me.
Stockroom.
Stockroom.
Oh. Okay.
I too,
misheard.
for a moment, was like, what the fuck is Flit talking about?
I thought she said stock room.
Yes,
We have
the, significant parts of the stockroom have actually gone into reinforcing the walls of Dawnfeld. Armor plating. Not
Serves 'em right.
not a ton, but it's helped reinforce the gates.
Serves it right.
Fuck that thing.
Who would have thought back then that you would end up snogging with Reno?
I don't know what that word means.
I'm gonna have to explain it, aren't I?
As she's leaving.
No, I'm at the front door, but I'm just in the other room, so I'm continuing the conversation while I'm on the other side of the wall.
Kissing. It means kissing.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
I have also heard that from a certain red-scaled dragonborn that you all came toe-to-toe with Zigmotus? I
Yeah, we're not
died
gonna
the
talk
last
about
time we fought Zigmotus.
Oh, that's where you died.
Yeah. Oh, my proudest moment.
He got close.
You really
just
gave
kinda
us a butt whooping.
Corvin actually starts yelled at, by the way, from the from where the stage would be.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be tuning up stuff.
Yeah, no. Bastard got me with a power word kill.
Turned me into an orb.
He turned... Right! He could do that. Fucking Argomancy. Ugh.
Yeah, that was, we had to do a bit of a ritual with all that nonsense.
Above game question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the rest of us know that Corvin had Arxis do that spell?
Nope.
Mm.
Not a single one of you.
Okay, noted.
But again, but with that, I don't think any of you knew in-game that he was studying Argomancy.
Mhm.
He's kept that pretty on the down low.
They probably would have gotten a hint of it after he's like, hey, like after he looked at the Octor and was like, yeah, hey, I'm willing to offer this book and also all of my knowledge of it.
That's true.
Mm.
True. So, I guess from the other room, yeah, let's just be glad that we didn't do anything really bad with that.
My God, the acoustics in here are amazing.
Oh! Stop sipping from his drink. You remember that thing we fought on top of the mountain?
That's really the way I would describe it. It was a thing.
Yes, it was weird fleshy meat thing.
Weird fleshy meat thing. What, my ex? You're going to have to be more specific.
Oh,
You see
it wa-
Mirrodin kind of like elbow him.
Oh no, it was like weird parasite thing that eventually became like mass amalgamated like
What?
take slice of beef and leave it out in like a dark room for like
So-
3 years and it grew.
So as Rovan is giving this description, using minor illusion, the tentacles of which start kind of like forming like around Rovan to where like the head of, I guess you could say, the queen starts like to form right behind him, and like just the mouth is just opening wide as if it's going to swallow him. And then as Rovan kind of turns and looks behind his shoulder, it's gone.
Disgusting.
It was very disgusting. Fire could really hurt it though. It was great time.
Yeah, usually the more disgusting it is, the more vulnerable it is to fire. I don't know why that's the case. That just seems to be what we've dealt with in the past.
Meh.
Cedric kind of speaks up. By the gods, you're right. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. On the occasion. On the occasion.
It was also really unflattering as an artist. That image, that version of me that it made, totally didn't look like me.
Suddenly, a rubber hose Flit appears in the freaking center of the group.
I am now imagining Flit consuming spinach.
Oh.
I have a
Oh!
question. Nexus raises his hand.
Yes.
When do I get to go on an adventure with you guys again? Diana immediately goes, well, Nexus, that is a difficult question to answer because we're now getting into a lot more dangerous territory, and I don't think you're quite ready for that yet. But
Talk to us when you're 18!
Sarah kicks Diana under the table as a shut up, we'll figure something out.
But I've been training really hard. I want to help. To which Cedric goes, so, you have been training really hard. And I, too, have been in a position like yours before. But, we cannot accelerate your growth. We cannot put you at risk when we have a perfectly capable set of hands at our current moment in time. I understand your enthusiasm to adventure and fight and help, but this is not the time for it. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. And Cedric kind of like puts his arm around Nexus. I'll see if, in the near future, if I can maybe find something closer to your level for you to fight. How does that sound? I'll even fight with you. Really? Really? Okay. Can I fight goblins? I heard one of the I heard that some kids talking about like goblins out in the forest. I don't know how true that is, but I can look into it.
Don't mess with the... Sorry.
No, that was it.
Just don't... Be careful of any goblins you might find in town. There's a couple here that, well, one has a bit of a disposition, the other one I'm actually kind of scared of.
No, not like the not like the goblins we have here, like bad goblins, evil goblins. I don't know. I don't know. I heard that they like have been like eating some like farmers like livestock or something. I don't know anything about that, unfortunately, but I will look into it, I promise. Okay.
Ooh, you just made me remember something. You remember the farmer that was Wolfman?
Robert. Yeah.
Yes! Good times.
Lily, you do not remember this.
Lily was not there for that.
Oh, okay.
Presumably.
So, it was very fun. It was farmer who turns into big Wolfman. We fought him and then we fought these weird creatures that kept screaming.
Lily's gonna nod slowly and take a long drink.
He was a dire werewolf. I'd actually like to go back and see him.
I
I
want to
know-
suplex him again.
I know I asked Theon to bring him the chains I had commissioned for him, but I'd like to actually go back and see him.
Speaking of werewolves, you guys remember Gilgrim? It's okay if you don't. He's kind of... We never actually met him. We just kind of bunked in his house.
Who is
I-
this Gilgrim?
I recognize the name, but I don't remember from where.
I don't.
Now we
well,
get to get to
think.
the aspect of this game where we see how well everyone's note-taking skills are.
Listen,
Gilgrim.
I probably wrote it down. I don't fucking remember.
Was Gilgrim pre me?
Nope.
Fuck.
So-
that's a name.
How far back?
Well, you know what? I'll wait. I'll see if anyone else gets it.
Gilgrim.
In
I
this
did say we-
meantime, Lily is just gonna pull out her rock and be like, Genia, can you come keep me company in the Twilight District? The gang is reminiscing again and I feel left out.
Mom, pick me up, Buns.
Mom, can you come pick me up?
Mom, come pick me up. I have no friends.
Jeez, that's a mood.
Sure, I'm a little offended. I'm a little offended I wasn't invited to begin with, but I figured you guys were, like, doing stuff.
To be fair, I just found out about this. I didn't know it was opening. I didn't realize I wasn't gonna be able to come pick you up.
I'll be there in a little bit.
I love you.
Don't worry, sweet. Mama's coming to save you.
I'm coming with the high C juice box.
And the booster seat so Lily can see over the table.
She has it monogrammed and everything.
Genius, the booster seat.
True.
Yo.
Hey, yo. All I wanna do is see you turn into...
But you know, while that's taking place, you guys remember when we were going and after we got the lantern and we went to the deep forest that only the lantern could light up?
Oh, that
Oh.
place.
Yeah, we found that house with that guy with the notes. That was
That's-
Gilgrim.
And then there was the weird. What were they called? The
Nosferatu.
Yes, those things.
Yeah, remember how he was like looking into a cure for lycanthropy or something?
Oh yeah.
I do remember that.
Sion looks at you, Flit, like a, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What?
And by chance, is there any inkling that this Gilgrim could still be alive?
I would say probably unlikely.
Damn.
He had a lot of wolfsbane hung up around his cabin, though. Clogged up my nose.
Why such an interest?
Well, a cure to lycanthropy would certainly be of great use to a realm where it was, a long time ago, quite rampant.
Sarah staring at Fionn.
Anyone who wants to, I'm gonna exclude Corvin from this. Anyone who wants to make me a history check.
Oh, it almost was that natural 20. You
This
see
is
that?
adding up.
2.
This is adding up. Lily!
21.
Lily, you recall when you were young and like going through like schooling and everything. You do remember mentions in history books about it was called a plague, but plague is a very odd term to describe it. but there was like a major outbreak like hundreds of years ago, probably a couple thousand years ago. Like in the last, not the last era, but the era before that, where there was a massive outbreak of lycanthropy.
But that's still a while ago.
Oh, it was still an extremely long time ago. The rumor is that the fallout from that is what currently is responsible for most, if not all, of the current cases of lycanthropy in the current age. It was known as the Alpha Outbreak.
Sarah's not considered lycanthropic, is she?
No.
Either way, she is still staring at Theon.
I'm just saying, if there were to be a outbreak of that nature again, a cure for something like lycanthropy would be great.
This guy, Gilgrim, seemed like he was doing research out there as well on himself. Maybe it's worth looking into at some point when we have some free time.
Perhaps. Well, that is not a major concern at the moment.
Do we even still have access to the lantern?
That would be a Nicholas question, I would believe, says Cedric. Which, speaking of, I feel a bit bad that we did not invite him, or Garrett, for that matter. And
He also,
was that?
well, to be fair, this is kind of impromptu.
What was impromptu? I'd let you turn to the site of the door opening, and entering are a number of figures. The first one being a small gnomish artificer known as Nicholas Longbottom. The second being a rather large warforged individual known as Canthmore. Ah, this is a fine establishment indeed. Oh, I can't drink, but if I could, I'd drain this place dry. Canthmore, please. Inside voices. Oh, right, sorry. Following Canthmore is kind of like, rather than following, but more like riding on the shoulder, is a small halfling individual, a rogue-ish individual known as Twitch. And it kind of, the number of people kind of keeps going. You see Twitch, you see Canthmore, you see Nicholas, as I mentioned already. Following that, there's Garrett. There's an Alice Bloodwing. There's a whole Drew Iota, who looks honestly rather... He kind of looks like he would rather be anywhere else. And there is a whole Esmeralda. A whole Esmeralda Silverstone. As well as a Reno.
Sarah's staring at everyone. So, when was the last time that the whole old guard and new guard was all together?
You can see Cedric as well as Theon are both like awestruck at this whole series of events. Reno steps forward and goes, I figured it was a bit time for everybody to get a bit of a break. Reno, thank you. It's my pleasure. Old god and new god together again. Has been some time. Drew goes, admittedly, I likely won't be here long. I have a lot to do, but I wanted to at least show up.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Well, I'm sure Corey appreciates it. And Sarah pats cardboard Corey's shoulder.
Real quick, as like everyone goes in, Flet, who is still near the door, just kind of follows up behind Reno and just whispers in his ear, "Always a flair for the dramatic."
Oh, come on. It's a nice gesture.
Oh, it is. I'm not teasing.
They are,
And she's gonna give him a light peck on the cheek.
we are actually still missing someone, as he says, kind of scanning the crowd. And he looks behind him and, entering last, Adam Acosta. Still among
I was above game wondering.
Yeah.
They said show up.
Hey.
Hey.
So I heard I was promised a drink. Or did I promise you all drinks? I actually don't. It doesn't matter.
I think everyone was in an agreement to drink until we forgot about what happened earlier today.
Right. Sounds like a great plan. And he kind of looks over to the bartenders and sees that they're vaguely ghost-like. It goes, maybe I'll just make my own drink. But, gang, the entirety of the current Vanier guard as well as the new guard are all in one place. If a massive explosion or a sinkhole were to open up beneath this building, that'd be extremely bad. But thankfully, you don't have to worry about that because I'm a merciful DM. But,
Hey guys, want to see me cast this new earthquake spell?
no!
Yeah.
But, with that being said, you guys have your pick of the litter of those you wish to discuss with. Genia does show up and immediately gets a bit overwhelmed seeing all the people kind of in there. Just like,
Lily just grabs her hand and pulls her into like a little booth in the corner.
yeah, that sounds good.
Even though Sarah knows all these people, she's admittedly a little overwhelmed too, and will probably retreat to a corner.
You notice that a few members of the guard, especially the old guard, immediately like begin to gravitate towards each other. Garrett and Esmeralda, you those with higher passive perception, notice that they are a bit skittish to approach each other, but you would notice that they do, which a few of you may recall Garrett's previous history with Esmeralda's sister that he mentioned. This, without even having to roll insight, it seems like they're talking some stuff out. But all the wizardly individuals begin, Theon, Drew, and Reno kind of begin to gravitate towards each other. Cedric kind of hangs out for a little bit, and then he kind of goes, yeah, I'm out of my depth. And he kind of wanders off elsewhere.
He tried.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, who left
Rovan,
again?
Rovan and Rovan notices Canthmore grab a whole cask of ale and open up his chest and just kind of shove it in.
Hey!
What? I can't drink it, but I'm going to take it.
I am sure we can find a way to convert alcohol into fuel for you.
You see he pauses, and then he looks at Nicholas. Why haven't you come up with this yet? I'm not doing that. Nicholas's voice changed. I'm not doing that. Why not?
Because he's an intelligent person.
But you guys do have your whole pick of the litter here. You can talk with members of the guard. You can talk with amongst yourselves. This is kind of my way of being like, you guys have had all these characters and a bit of difficulty trying to chat with all of them. This is now a good place to do it.
Hold up. I know 2 people were missing.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're part of the guard, but like I don't remember, but Marrow and Corvo.
They do appear to not be there.
That's concerning.
If only you had individuals within the bar within Havana Hall to ask about, or to ask this prying question.
Hmm.
Yes.
Someone should ask.
Good thing to investigate in.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone want to take the lead or go first?
I'll just send Corvo a message. Hey, where you at? Sorry, more, I guess a bit more to add. Hey, Corvo, where you at? Corey has a bar. Bring Morrow.
I am currently in the middle of a ground-breaking investigation. I will get back to you on that. Goodbye.
Corvo's busy, he says from the stage.
Hmm.
Who's busy? And Corvin, there's a voice that kind of scares you from the side. You jump ever so slightly, and you look over, and it is Marrow.
Be still my beating heart for just a moment as I gaze upon your visage. No, Corvo apparently has this groundbreaking thing that he is investigating. He didn't get into too much.
That bitch, and he didn't tell me anything about it.
He's such the worst.
Well, I just sort of noticed everyone beginning to meander their way over here, so I wanted to see what the deal was. And I'm noticing a lot of lovelies out in the audience tonight. What do you think? They kind of give you like the
Kind of just sits there, readies the mandolin. I believe that they could definitely use a little something.
Yeah. The two of you begin to put on one hell of a performance. So, Corvin, we can do this one of 2 ways. I can either let you roll with advantage, or you and Marrow can roll individually.
I like the sound of advantage.
Okay.
Go for a crit.
Yeah,
Go
may
for
as
a
well.
crit.
All right. Roll
This
me
is gonna
a
be
performance
stupid.
check with advantage.
Alright, Bip. 32.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess for everyone's mind palace, he's essentially doing a acoustic version of Poison by Alice Cooper.
That's good. I was gonna say that this is basically watching Queen in concert.
Not that over the top. This is kind of a more of like a casual setting.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
There are a few folks who are tearing up and or crying by the end of it. Genia definitely. But it is a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, this is kind of where he's gonna be at for at least as long as people are kind of meandering about. At one point, though, he will kind of get ahead of himself and begin to kind of put on the show. And pretty much use like his 4th level slots to do major image to kind of just do like the entirety, like his entire set essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll me another performance check with advantage. I'm giving you advantage due to the major image.
Go for it, crit. Go
Good
for
luck.
it, crit.
Well, first you get asking, you shall receive 35 natural 20.
It is perfect. It's like you get so caught up in the moment that it feels natural to you. The performance is, how do I describe this? You come out the other end realizing that doing this performance in front of your friends and your allies, not only is this a testament to how far your group has come, but this is a memory that will be emblazoned into everyone's memory for however long this adventure may last.
I was gonna say I do the I sing the last bit that he has, but my wife is sleeping behind me. I don't want to bug her.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, that's where he's going to be for like the next hour or so.
Okay. Anyone having anybody in particular they want to talk to? And I will say, just because I'm looking at the time and I'm realizing how much time we have left, this is likely going to link into next session. So if you can't think of anything right now, don't worry. We'll probably have a good chance for it next session.
I'll save mine for next session, but if it's possible, think we could get a toast to go on?
A toast? Okay. I don't have anything to, hold on. That's quiet, hold on.
I got you.
No, that doesn't quite work.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm grabbing a drinking horn.
There's suddenly a gong who can just go boom.
Oh, let me try this, hold on.
And we are just really just making everybody with headphones hate us.
Yep. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Who is leading this toast? I need to know.
Give me 1 second, I'm gonna flip a coin here.
He's flipping a coin.
Yeah. You gotta
Better
flip
than
a coin
flipping a
before you
bird.
move.
Aww.
Oh shit, motherfucker! Let's see, goes that, there goes that.
I heard that. The
Oh,
coin.
wait. Oh, yeah, no. Ravon is gonna finish his drink.
Oh boy.
He's gonna pull out the alchemy jug.
Alright, hold on.
And he's gonna...
Hold on. Pause. Hold on. I have to get something for this.
Oh no.
Let me see. Oh, this is menacing. I don't want... Let's try this.
I also have a cat.
Alright. Go ahead.
Ravon will finish his drink. He'll pull out his alchemy jug. He'll kind of get up and he'll kind of pull out Tempest Bane a little bit. And he's going to kind of hit the ground 3 times with it, like tapping. You know, like the soldier spear. Thump. 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 Friends! I would like to make a toast. I would like to make this toast to the old guard. We've kept this land, this realm, this world as safe and protected as they could. You were the first to go out as pioneers, adventurers, and heroes. It is because of you that we have the world that we do today. That it stands so vividly. I would not sacrifice anything to take that away from you. To the new guard, we stand on the shoulders of not just giants, but of titans. Our legend only begins. Already we have proven ourselves. But we have only just begun. We have a long road ahead of us. And I look forward to every trek, to every cut, to every bruise, battle, and of course, moment. To all of you, I say this simply. Never again has there ever been such a gathering like this. Never again will there ever be. But who knows? Something greater might come even after us. And so I say to you this. Heaven, hell, high water, or oblivion. I would follow you all. And I would have it no other way. And he raises the alchemy jug up. To the heroes! And takes a swig.
As the rest of those in the bar all take their swigs, the door flies open and kind of almost smashes against the wall, and there is a whole what appears to be a whole Sindri who's just like, I'm here! I'm here! What are we doing? I got distracted. I got lost.
Hey!
Norm!
Hey! We
I
all
would
did. We were all doing like a cheer, but then we see Sindri come in and it just immediately shifts on over to cheering for Sindri's arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we were cheering, and then we were cheering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From-
Sarah.
While doing,
Sarah. Sorry.
while doing the reference from Cheers.
Sindri is kind of taken aback by all the cheering and applause in his favor. It's just like, yeah! Yeah! And he kind of
Hey!
jumps up and places a little with his hands in the air.
Sarah went from cheering to immediately being out of her seat and hugging Sindri.
Oh, now I'm being hugged. Hello. I don't know what I did, but I'm glad to be here. Woo!
Another joins us! Drink!
Drink! Says Kenthmore as he shoves another cask in his chest.
There isn't any.
Chug.
There isn't any liquid inside. He's just converting wood to raw materials.
Require additional materials for pylon construction.
I was about to say that.
I have something to say as well. If that is alright. Says Cedric. I need to find more music.
Sarah breaks from Sindri and yanks him over to the table.
I will give him great big flask of ale.
I'm trying to find a good one for this. Yeah, it should be fine. I thank you all for being here. Both old and new god alike. It's been a while since we've all been able to come when the world didn't require it. And I know that we'll wake up tomorrow having to prepare for the fight ahead once again. I wish to raise a glass to those who couldn't be here. Dormir, who we now know was most definitely killed in the attack from Skull. Ariana, who gave her life, making sure that the rest of us would succeed. Connor, who died in peace, following the fight of his life. And Aurelia, who made the ultimate sacrifice for all of us. Though they cannot be here, we drink in their memory. We drink to the lost, to those who have fallen, and to those who will fall. But we also drink to ourselves. We drink to those who will fight, so that we may wake up again the next morning and hope for peace. None of us would be here without each other. And tomorrow we fight again to make sure that we lose no one else. To us.
To us.
To us.
There's another toast. Another swig of drinks on a bit more of a somber note, but one that definitely needed to be made. And though there are surely more events to follow throughout the course of the night, on that note, that is where we are going to leave this episode of War of the Shattered Sun.
I actually have to throw something in quick.
Okay.
For Cedric's toast, for the first time in her life, Sarah would have stolen Ravon's drink and taken a swig.
Ravon, what were you drinking?
Some very, very potent ale.
Yeah, it's gross.
And now I like to imagine Sarah's trying not to throw up.
Would that require a con check?
So-
No, I'm not gonna make you make a con save and potentially spoil the moment. As much as I love it.
Yeah! bleh!
I was gonna say it's literally SpongeBob. It tastes Gary's food.
Never serving up Gary's way. Bleh!
But thank you all for joining us today. And an extra special shout out to Caitlin, our wonderful friend Caitlin C37, who did the art for Havana Hall.
Oh, so good.
It is so very good. So very good.
Seriously?
Oh god.
Sorry, I fucked up.
But I guess we should go ahead and do outros. I got
As
you.
I
Joe
fuck
Torre.
with this, apparently.
I got you. Don't worry. I got you. There we go.
It's the. That just starts a rant for another time.
But we do have to start doing outros as it is getting a bit late. We'll start with Punk, who did have to step away, unfortunately. And I don't think is actually back yet, which is unfortunate. But it makes me glad that we're just going to do more of this next session. But you can find Punk at twitch.tv/punkyarddog, where they do streams. Nodders. So make sure to go and give Punk a follow if you haven't already, or else. That being said, let's pass it to CG. Let's start with CG.
Hello, I am the CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on other Good Beans D&D channels such as twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, where every other Saturday we do Saved by the Spell, a Strixhaven campaign. We were supposed to do so yesterday, but unfortunately circumstances came up and we had to push it over to this week. So be sure to tune in on the 25th for our next session, where hopefully I don't lose a leg to a landmine that I've stepped on.
Woo!
That's fun. But on top of that, you can also turn in next Tuesday, in 2 days, where we continue the end game of the Curse of Strahd. Our party has engaged Strahd, sort of. He also left. And that's more concerning than anything else. But the party is now being hunted within his castle, and we'll see how they fare. But that's it for me. I toss it over to River.
That's me. You can find me over at twitch.tv/WickedRiver97, where I've been playing Song of the Evertree. It is a really cool builder game. You get to take care of a tree and bring it back to life and build worlds, and it's cozy. There's several games I plan on playing this week. Stay tuned for, I guess, for that shit. I'm gonna pass it over to Sarah.
They can find me at twitch.tv/wolfstalker16, where I'm boring. I don't stream much anymore. But you know who they can go to that's not boring? Jay Frost.
What? Oh, that's me. Hi. Hey everybody, you can find me here at twitch.tv/jfrost747 and over on Twitter at jfrost747. As of this week, I have regained all 3 of my days off. So I'm back to being on normal schedule, baby!
Let's go.
I am no longer subject to the whim of a hell called work. At least, not for a while. So, streams should be coming back pretty soon, and in fact, we're looking at probably getting some stuff set up. I'm thinking about probably going into the fun world of certain MMOs with a beloved of mine, and of course, finally getting stuff set up for the Twitch chat controls Skyrim playthrough. That's gonna be a nightmare. But we'll see how it goes. Other than that, you can find me here on this lovely channel every other Tuesday, including this Tuesday for Curse of Strahd, over on twitch.tv/Burnout Vaughn's channel for Saved by the Spell, that I DM with a good chunk of lovely beans. And, well, some future projects coming down the pipeline. Other than that, I believe that's it from me. Who has not gone? Joe?
You already went though.
No, you didn't.
No,
Oh,
you.
shut up.
You're not getting away from this.
Darn. We've already shouted out a whole lot of people. So Fuddruckers. I don't know. Go Tart.
Fuddruckers?
Yeah. It's a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
I don't think River went, did they?
No, they did.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did
they
you?
did.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm sorry.
sent.
You went to
I'm
River.
the one that sent it to Sarah.
I'm sorry.
exactly.
I genuinely had to zone out for a bit because I was DMing Punk as to what all they were missing or they had missed. But and then I was like, who's gone? I don't even know. I just kind of started typing in names. But yes, me. Hello. You have already found me here at twitch.tv/fartingtart, where I do D&D. I do variety games. This week, we got a few things planned. So I mentioned it a couple times thus far, but I am going to be out of town this upcoming weekend. That being from Friday to Sunday. I'm coming back Sunday. So we're going to see if there's a session this upcoming week. There should be. I believe I'll be back around like 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, so we should have the ability to do a game. But in the event that there's not, you guys will be updated as needed. But yes, for this week, we have tomorrow you can find me at twitch.tv/LeJake, where I will be revising my role as Iyashi, the Aasimar Mercy monk, who just had a bit of a reveal last session. So that's fun. Bit of a familial reveal smile. As mentioned previously, Tuesday, The Curse of Strahd. Make sure to tune in for that, or else Strahd will get you.
He's in the walls!
He's in the walls!
Hey Tart.
Hmm.
I got a silly question for you.
Hmm.
If your character Iyashi is a monk,
Mm-hmm.
do they do their strikes by going?
Yeah! Yes, and then when she
Lovely.
misses, she goes, "Yeah, shit."
Lovely.
But yes, Wednesday, River and I are going to get back together, and we are going to jump back into Mortuary Assistant because that game is very cool. And we're gonna beat it, right, River?
Just beat it.
Right, River? Right,
I
River?
need to DM you. Hold up. Wait, what day?
Wednesday.
Yes. Wednesday. Good. Okay. Let me mark that in my planner too so I don't forget because I have a date with someone on Thursday.
Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm glad that River is on point with this.
I promise I'm great. Okay.
And then Thursday, we're going to be jumping back into Pokemon Infinite Fusion Randomizer Nuzlocke, which has been super fun so far. And you should definitely check out the first part on YouTube if you have not already. But yeah, that's me
fusions
for
kick
this week. I guess we need to find someone to raid, huh?
I had a suggestion.
I saw
I
your
have one.
suggestion.
I have one as well.
Okay. Is it the one that I saw you post?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see both of those suggestions. And I'm currently weighing my options, and by that I mean looking at my list. I am fine with either of these two options. I'm kind of leaning towards Joe's though. Mainly because I see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
He has been trying to put on this show for like a month.
Oh yeah, then we're definitely doing that then. All right, we're rating Zacho.
Zaka's the duo.
Zacho duo. What? Oh, I did /rating. Fuck. Everyone go show Zacho some love. He is doing NTPW Presents WrestleQuest. Make sure to show him a little bit of love. Let him know who sent you. We will be back hopefully next week for another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. Thank you all for joining us. We love you all very much. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and most importantly, and no one's told you today, you fucking matter. We love you all, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
See ya!
Bye.